Yo, what's up everybody? Drewberry here. Now, we haven't gotten a whole lot of Marvel Rivals news in the last few weeks or month because they're prepping for the game to launch on December 6th. Very exciting. But there is actually a closed test going on in Chinese servers right now. And there's a few folks that have found their way to get in there. I have no idea how, so I'm not even going to try to explain that, but we did get some details of the current state of the game from people playing in that test. Now, some things right off the hop, okay? There's no new characters. So Psylocke's not even in it, and nobody else. There is Bucky, and there is Captain America, because they were also present in the Gamescom build of the game. That seems to be what they're using, except for some sneaky little balance changes that got mixed in there. So I'm going to show you guys right here. This is all the balance changes that I could find from players' experiences. There may be a lot more. There may be some with more specific numbers out there, but you know, this is what I gathered. So lots of buffs to Jeff, a little bit of a buff to Loki, and a nerf to Magneto / Scarlet Witch. I didn't bother putting it there. They do get affected because it is their team up ability. Now, huge shout out to Miller. Miller can be found on Twitch or on Twitter, and very incredible resource for Marvel Rivals. Miller does a lot of the data mining, so finds out a lot of this juicy info before other folks do. It's usually the first place that I go to if I want to see anything about Marvel Rivals news. And Miller is in this test. So Miller was streaming and was able to showcase some of the changes to these heroes that we're talking about here today. So I'm going to show you some footage from Miller's streams. Big shout out to Miller. Go give Miller a follow. All right, so let's kick it off with our boy Jeff, which clearly got a ton of buffs. Well deserved for Jeff. I think it was unanimously the worst hero in the last build of the game. A lot of folks felt Jeff was a bit weak because if you dove Jeff, didn't have a whole lot of escape, and the healings were it was a little bit slow. So here with Jeff, now his L shift was where he dives into the ground and he swims around. It's actually significantly faster, which is really nice. It didn't feel all that fast before. It was fun to try and do some sneaky escapes, but now it's going to be a lot more fast, and you are going to heal over time. So when you do go into your little fin out, dorsal fin out state, you are going to be very difficult to kill. It's an excellent escape if you're getting dove by like Spider-Man or something like that. You can just dive into the ground, swim away, and probably live to see another day. So I love it for Jeff. That is so much fun, so much healing, and maybe some really good stall on the objective, which is interesting. The healing bubbles were also buffed as well. Increased ammo from 5 to 6. These are very strong bubbles. Your enemy, if they walk through them, they can pop them to get rid of them. They don't get healed, but they can get rid of them. And then if your allies walk into them, well, they get a bonus health boost. In particular, they receive more healing after they pop one of those bubbles, and they get a little bit of a burst. Now they're also going to get some movement speed. So that is just an all-around amazing ability to have on a support, and you can spam these and put them in really, strategic positions on the map. If you're defending or attacking, you want to position them where your teammates can get to them easily without, life-threatening risk to pop one of those bubbles. Jeff also got some changes to his 2 auto attacks. They're not really auto attacks, but you have the left click, which is the stream of water that he shoots out that heals allies. That now has increased ammo, so you can do it for longer. And then on his right click, where it shoots out a burst of water and it damages enemies, that has a faster rate of fire. So nice little touches for Jeff. All around, this entire package being put together for this character, I think is going to actually put him in line with the other supports, but time will tell. I think he's going to be a nice secondary support on a lot of teams. So very cool. Also worth noting that with the bonus movement speed of diving in, it essentially buffs the ultimate, because when you ult, you go into that state of going into the ground. I don't know what to call it, really diving in, and then you're going to have increased movement speed. So you can go even faster, which means you can yeet off the enemy team off the map and secure some kills. Very interesting. Okay, let's move on to Magneto. So Magneto got quite a nerf. We don't know exactly how detailed this nerf is. There might be a lot of other changes. I heard there was like potentially a Hulk change out there. It's hard to quantify. We're not getting a whole lot of information. That's why I held out on making this video, but here we are. So with Magneto, the team up ability with Scarlet Witch was significantly nerfed. Now, from what I saw, from what Miller was able to show on stream, it doesn't look like there's a cooldown increase. That looked the same, that 30 seconds. It didn't look like the the rate of fire had changed or the duration of the ability changed, it looked like damage. Big changes in damage. I mean, when you're looking at Miller killing these little bots here, you used to do that in like 1 or 2 shots. The squishy ones, like maybe 1 shot if it's to the dome, or 2 shots to the big boys. So now it's taking significantly more shots. And if anything, when you look at the auto attacks right beside the sword slashes, it almost looks like a similar amount of damage. So quite interesting. Big nerf to Magneto. That was the best ability in Magneto's kit. Kind of gave him that really good bruiser style. He's not going to disappear. He was still fine without Scarlet Witch, but it was without a doubt probably one of the strongest abilities in the game, being on 30-second cooldown. So there you go. And it does kind of affect Scarlet Witch a little bit, only in her probably composition wise, right? Going into a team, you would often not really want to pick Scarlet Witch, but if there was a Magneto player on there because they want to play tank and they can only do Magneto, well, you'd have to pair it with Scarlet Witch. You'd ask, hey, can anyone play Scarlet Witch? Now that's not going to happen as much. It will still happen, but just not as much. So I feel like this is a pretty big step for Magneto. Small, as tiny as possible for Scarlet Witch, just in her play rate. Okay, and lastly, and man, this is a sleeper change. Not a lot of people are talking about this, but Loki had his charges of his clones, where he can generate a clone change from 1 to 2. Now you may be wondering, what does that mean? What is the details here? He can only have 2 clones out at any given time. That's how it was before, and that hasn't changed now. But what's nice is that prior to this change, you had to use this ability to create a clone. And then if you really wanted 2 clones out there, you had to use your invisibility escape ability. Wow, that was a lot of words. But you had to use that one and to create another clone. So you would turn invisible, you leave a clone behind, and then you could run around and maybe backstab, whatever you got to do, but probably not. Anyhow, that's how you get 2 clones out very quickly. Now you don't have to worry about that. You got 2 charges. So you can just go bam, bam, and put out 2 clones. Or maybe you can space it out so you can reposition your clones a lot faster, which is going to make it a lot better for Loki to use his F ability, which swaps with these clones. So you can maybe cover a little bit more ground, really confuse the enemy. I think this is a very good change for Loki. Of course, a lot of people point to like not enough healing, not enough auto attack damage, but it's all about being sneaky, mischievous, you know, that's the character. And I think this is helping him do just that. And now we can actually use the invisible ability a lot more strategically in terms of just like getting out there, not wasting it just to put a clone on the map, you know. People are probably already trying to do that anyways, but hey, now it's a little bit more reasonable. You know what you're doing there. So that's a nice little change to Loki. Hey, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I could see. Still very interesting to see some changes already live in the closed test that's going on right now in China. But hope to hear more soon. Hopefully a new hero is going to be announced soon. We'll see. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.